In the era of the Vipassi Buddha, 91 kalpas ago, Vedeha was reborn from his life in the Dewa heavens into a family of Brahmins. When he was older, he married a Brahmin woman. They were very poor and only owned one outer robe. Because of that, he was known as the akataka Brahmin, or the Brahmin with only one robe. When there was a meeting of the Brahmins, he would order his wife to stay home, and he would take his outer robe and attend the meeting. When there was a meeting of the female Brahmins, he would have to stay home, and his wife would take the outer robe and attend the meeting. In the era of the Vipassi Buddha, the Buddha would only expound the Dhamma once every 7 years. When the akataka Brahmin was made aware of this, he asked his wife, "Wife, do you want to listen to the Dhamma during the day or at night?" "It is not appropriate for women to be out at night in the dark, so I will go listen to the Dhamma during the day." The wife then took the one outer robe and went with the other women to go listen to the Buddha's marvelous sermon. After the sermon, she returned and gave the robe to her husband. The akataka Brahmin then went to listen to the evening sermon. He sat in the back of the large room and listened intently to the Buddha's beautiful words. As he listened, he felt piti, or exhilaration, fill his body during the first portion of the night. He pulled off his outer robe and thought to offer the robe to the exalted Buddha. However, as soon as he thought that, doubt and hesitation crept into his mind. "How can I offer this robe? I only have one, and if I offer it, what will I have left? It would be irresponsible to offer this robe. My wife and I only have one. If I offer it, how can either of us leave the house? No, I can't offer this robe. It is a bad idea." In the middle portion of the night, the akataka Brahmin felt piti overtake him again and felt the urge to offer his only belonging to the Buddha. However, the same thoughts of doubt and hesitation overtook him, and he didn't make the offering. During the last portion of the night, before the Buddha was going to end his sermon, the akataka Brahmin felt piti once again and wanted to offer his only possession to the Buddha. This time, as the thoughts of doubt crept into his mind, he strongly thought, "Whatever will happen, will happen. We'll deal with that when it comes." He took off his robe and laid it at the feet of the great sage. He stood up in the middle of everyone and clapped his hands 3 times and exclaimed, "I have conquered! I have conquered! I have conquered!" At that time, the king was sitting behind a veiled curtain listening to the Dhamma. When he heard the Brahmin's exclamation, he sent a servant to find out why the Brahmin said what he had said. When asked, the Brahmin said, "When others hope to conquer an enemy or an army, they have to ride in on an elephant or a horse. They have to equip weapons. Then they have to battle with an enemy in order to conquer them. Yet that victory is nothing compared to my victory. I have conquered my greed and hesitancy and offered my only belonging, my outer robe, to the great Buddha. This victory over myself is the greatest victory one can achieve." The servant then relayed this answer to the king, and the king was greatly impressed. The Brahmin was able to give his most precious belonging to the great Buddha. This Brahmin was able to do what was appropriate and wise while we just sat here. He is truly amazing." The king then sent his servant to give 2 valuable new outer robes to the Brahmin. When he received the robes, the Brahmin thought, "If I had done nothing, the king would have given me nothing. On my own merits, the king would have given me nothing. However, after I professed the greatness of the Lord Buddha, the king has given me 2 new robes. What benefit will these robes give me when they are earned on the great virtues of another? These robes should thereby be given to the Buddha." He then offered the new robes to the Buddha. When the king found out, he ordered 4 robes be given to the Brahmin. The Brahmin then offered the robes to the Buddha. The king then ordered 8 robes be given to the Brahmin, which the Brahmin then offered to the Buddha. This continued until the king offered 32 robes to the Brahmin. "If I continue to offer all these robes to the Buddha, it would seem like I am only doing this to gain more robes from the king. I must respect his wishes and accept his donation." The Brahmin then kept 2 robes, one for himself and one for his wife, and offered the 30 remaining robes to the Buddha. After that night, the Brahmin became a close disciple and supporter of the Buddha and often came to visit the Buddha. One day, the king was listening to the Dhamma and decided to give the Brahmin an expensive red cloth worth thousands of crores. He instructed the Brahmin to wear this fine red cloth whenever he came to listen to the Dhamma. "What benefit will this fine cloth have for a filthy body such as my own?" The Brahmin then had the fine cloth made as an awning above the Buddha's resting area. Many days later, when the king was visiting the Buddha and waiting for him to come out of his resting area, the Buddha let out his aura, which illuminated the red cloth hanging above his resting area. The king saw the fine red cloth and recognized it immediately. "My Lord Buddha, who offered you that fine red cloth above your resting area, sir? I recognize it as the one I gave to the akataka Brahmin." "King, you gave the fine cloth to the Brahmin because you thought he was worthy of your respect and generosity. The Brahmin gave that fine cloth to me because he thought that a Buddha was worthy of his respect and generosity." Wow! Once again, the Brahmin knew what to do and what was appropriate, while I, a king, did not. He truly is a marvelous person. And with that, the king gave the akataka Brahmin 8 of every necessity a person needed, and gave this to the Brahmin 8 times. The king also appointed the akataka Brahmin as an official advisor. "The king gave me 8 of every item 8 times. That is 64. The Brahmin then set up 64 locations for almsgiving for bhikkhus, and gave charity and observed the sila, morality, for the rest of his life. What did you learn from this story? Let us know in the comments. We hope you enjoyed the video. Click like if you did, and click subscribe if you want to see our uploads. And consider making a donation to support our Buddhist animation project.